Right, so we just went into a L section of the dungeon, which has got 4 Scorn Hunters and 5 Lurkers, which I've set up. I don't think they're going to cause us too much trouble. I think they're going to be a bit of a speed bump more than anything.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, I think Jack is the first to unleash hell, except he's miles back.
Shall I?
Let's see. Oh, well, I've got a movement of 5, so that's going to get me into range.
Yeah, you might have slightly limited visibility. With...
not for what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Okay.
It's
anyway.
arrow storm time, is it?
I've gone up in and nuke things.
I've just do Jack with 4 pain.
Wonderful.
Cool. So, Jack, am I just moving you south 5?
Yes, please.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Shuffle the TV that way.
Move your snake up. So, well, it doesn't really matter, does it? But you've got eyes on about half the room at the moment.
Not that we've gone far.
No.
Sorry.
Still.
We just nearly knocked the TV over.
We're doing well today. We've obviously it's 2020 trying to kill off our streams, isn't it?
Absolutely. I've done everything else. It's just the last one of it's done.
Just got to survive these last few days. Are you arrow storming, Jack? I take it.
I am, yes. So if I aim to centre it on the square diagonally up from the corner, I believe I'll hit pretty much everything.
Is it a 4x4 square?
It is.
Okay, cool. Right. Well, what do you want to do? Do you want to start at the? Do you want to start at the front, work your way back, or from the back forwards, or do you not really care?
Actually, just to scroll back for a second, I'm going to unleash the snake because I always forget.
Okay. Well, you've got range. 3 squares to the guy at the front, so you can also go back a few if you need to.
I will go back a few just to give me a chance of a exploding arrow a bit sooner.
Do you want to actually hit the first hunter because you do? He is within 6 squares.
Yeah, let's go for that.
Okay, I'll put a little dice next to him for the minute.
Well,
In fact, I'll put a pencil in.
Trousers done his job.
Trousers hit.
Trouser has done 14. So, Hunter's a 10, 4 wounds.
That's pretty good. Okay, 4 wounds on that front hunter. And then give him hell.
Awesome. So, unleashing the arrow storm.
So you're able to hit everything but the one in the doorway, aren't you?
I believe so.
Which one do you want to start with? Are you looking to deplete the hunters first or the little guys?
Let's start on the one that's been nicked by the snake.
Okay.
We may. So.
Oh no. That's fine.
Okay. It's a hit. So 3d6 plus 14. It's endurance 10. Okay. 5, 7. 13 wounds. Plus the 4 he's got.
Blimey, what health they got? They've got 21.
Bugger. Okay, so he has 4 remaining.
Okay.
3 dice for damage.
Yeah, I did.
Wow.
I've got a 5 and 2 2s.
Ouch.
Yeah. It's a bit of a shit roll.
You've done 13, so let's just try and sort this out. So you can't hit him again, can you? You've got to go for the next person along now, I take it.
I do have to move around, unfortunately, but let's see what happens.
Why don't you aim for one of the ones that are easier and then get an exploding arrow? Then you can use an exploding arrow to...
Yeah, can do. Let's move the next one to a lurker.
Okay, well, I'll go for the lurker directly in front of him then.
Okay. Damn good choice, baby.
Right?
Yep. So,
He's not going to last long. He's got 18 life.
he's taken 22 wounds.
Bloody
he
hell.
hasn't. Sorry. I tell a lie, he's taken 25 wounds.
Okay, well, he's well and truly paced.
In which case, the exploding arrow can go onto the hunter that's very nearly dead.
Okay, carnal bow, exploding arrow.
Check, yeah, it's better. It's about that's a little bit better. That's 14 more wounds.
Well, he's gone. And so you get another exploding arrow from the exploding arrow, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Say yes, I do, and yes, Vicky's quite right. I'll just go into the back corner
Okay.
with the arrow, which is a hit.
That is a hunter, isn't it?
That is a hunter, yeah. I'm just going to zoom out a little bit in droid cam.
That's 14 wounds onto him.
Okay, that's cool. So, mark up 14.
Arrow into him, which is arrow number 3.
Yes.
Yep. So.
They're on my fingers now.
Hmm?
They're on my fingers now.
Okay.
You're counting arrows on your fingers.
Yeah.
Hit. That is enough. 13 more wounds.
Okay, he's dead, so that's going to be another exploding arrow.
Yeah. So that will be into the next hunter.
Okay.
That's crit.
Wow.
That's better. So
You were doing 25, weren't you?
22 wounds. Endurance is higher.
That's right. Should still kill him, though.
Yeah, it's dead.
It's just on the nose, isn't it?
One extra.
One extra, okay. So another exploding arrow.
Go down the line. That's a hit. Okay. 5, 5, and 6 is 16, 20 wounds. Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah.
Wow.
Still, never mind.
Actual arrow number 4.
Joe,
Yeah.
what are you going to do when you go back to level 1?
Cry.
You won't be doing this.
No, I won't. I have a feeling I'm going to die. You should be confident.
You'll be back to slapping them with a wet lettuce.
Accurate. As Vicky said, actual arrow number 4, which has hit. It's just so hard to miss at this stage.
Don't jinx it.
Well, made up for it a little bit there. I've got 2 1s and a 3. 5 plus 4, 9 more wounds.
It's dead. I
It's
needed
gone.
one.
That was lucky then, wasn't it?
Another exploding arrow.
Yeah, one in the corner. Last hunter, I'm guessing.
No, the hunters are all gone now, actually. You're down to lurkers.
Oh, amazing.
Awesome. Well, he's definitely dead.
Is it correct?
Yeah.
Okay, the exploding arrow killed it outright.
I almost feel sorry for them at this point. So working the way back then, because we hadn't hit the next one up from the corner.
Okay.
Crit shit.
Is it crit again?
No, it's a 1.
Oh,
One.
Critically shit.
okay.
That one. How many arrows left?
You got 3 arrows left.
I have 2.
No,
Either way.
you had lots of exploding ones.
Yeah.
Can you see that one?
It's the arrow sort of
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Arrowstorm doesn't need line of sight at all, does it? Except to the target square, I take it.
Yes. Rather like, well, you've watched Braveheart or 300 where the skies go dark with arrows.
Yeah. Are we going to call you Xerxes?
Did you hit with
I
arrow
did
number
hit.
5? Yeah.
And we have got, so far, 7, 10, 14 wounds.
What's
No,
that?
sorry, do tell a lie, they're on lower endurance. So that's actually 17 wounds.
Irritating.
Okay, so he's still going then, just about.
1 health left.
Okay,
But you can't hit him.
not now, but... Arrow number
6.
6. I don't think you've targeted the next lurker up, so go for him.
Yeah.
Because you have to spread these evenly, don't you?
Yeah.
You do. Let's run out properly now. 10, 13. 13 plus 14. 27 minus 7. 20 wounds.
He's gone. They've only got 18.
Oh, cool.
Even at level 8. Okay, so are we saying that... Can you not hit the one in the doorway? Because the doorway does count as part of the map tile.
No, he can't because it's out of the 4x4 square. However, the exploding arrow can hit it, and his last arrow can go into the wounded one.
I see, yeah, because the exploding arrow only needs to be in line of sight of the exploding corpse, isn't it?
Yep. What the boss lady said, hit.
Okay.
Got 7, 3, okay, 10 plus 14, 24 minus 7, 17. Irritating.
Hey, I don't mind. It's all good for Faith.
Yeah, I know what's going to happen now. So the very last arrow from Arrowstorm is going to hit the quite wounded one that's just on the edge of the corner.
Yeah.
Crit.
It's blown up, and then he's gonna...
The only problem there is, will there be line of sight for an arrow to go from there to the
No,
other?
sadly not, because it will be cutting straight through the corner, I'm afraid. But, you know, you've done pretty well.
Not bad.
But one wound.
Yeah. Christ. So that all of that cost you 2 stamina, yeah?
Yeah.
But you took a skill that means it costs you one less.
No, I didn't.
Or did you not take that one?
No, there is no such skill that does that. There's a skill that lets me attack then move, which is what let me regenerate the last time.
Yeah.
This occasion I had to run.
Yeah, you're a bit far back, aren't you? Cool. Dave's not here, so we'll have to run Dave for the moment. So what's he got? Nephilim. He's currently got 6 stamina, which I think is his max, and I've got him down as 14 fury at the moment. So, Vicky, do you want to...
I have an idea.
Hmm?
If Dave doesn't fall behind, why doesn't he move his movement away from the creature, and then I can use movement to move the creature?
Yes.
Otherwise, Dave's going to kill it, and all of us are going to run away. And
yeah, that's very true. Yeah, it would bring him forwards a bit, wouldn't it? I mean, how far are you comfortable moving the creature?
4.
Because there's a diagonal gap that goes up past me, so 1, 2, 3, 4. We could actually get him to where I'm just going to put this dice down in the other entrance. So we could drag that final lurker back to there.
Yeah, which I think is worth doing, because otherwise I'm going to move Dave forward and he still can't use his movement because he has to hit it in his second turn.
Yeah, he won't be able to move after attacking, so he will be lagging behind. Okay, that's cool. So are you gonna chuck? How many dice are you chucking at manipulation for?
Remind me what the darkness roll is.
The darkness roll. Oh, the darkness roll's a 1.
Okay.
Can you even use it?
Yeah, but having imbued Jack with pain, I've actually only got 2 left, so I still think it's worth it though.
Yeah, I mean you can move it adjacent to me, and Dave can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dave could wrap round and end up behind you, so it'd still be more beneficial. Actually, it wouldn't actually make a huge amount of difference, to be fair.
No, it's a shame. Okay, do whatever you wish then. I will either move him or not.
Oh no, drag the lurker 2. That'll work out quite well.
It didn't work. I rolled snake.
All that procrastinating for nothing. Okay, well, what's Dave going to do then? I mean, do you want to... I mean, either Dave kills it or I kill it. You know, one of us is lagging behind.
Well, Dave ran 5, so he might as well be the one to step forward and hit it.
Yeah, he does move quicker. Okay, so Dave's going forwards. Do you want to do the honours?
Not sure. I just rolled snake eyes.
Jack, do you want to do the honours? So Nephilim normally hits on the 3+, but he's got, I need to get his skills out weekend, so I'm familiar with them. I'm pretty sure we imbued his Death Maul with +1 to hit, so he's hitting on 2. However, oh Jack, we screwed this up.
Yep.
This might have messed you up earlier. All the lurkers were on -1 to hit.
Well, I didn't get any that were on the boundary.
Okay, well, it makes no odds in that case then. I forgot they've got all the perks. I sometimes forget about that because I usually look at the perks when they come to their turn and being offensive, and they didn't get a look in. They had -1 to hit, crit hits to poisoned, and crit hits can't be evaded, which is kind of irrelevant. Okay, so Dave's hitting on 2+. If you guys want to do the honours.
Go for it.
Well, I did.
Oh, he rolled a crit.
Well, there's no point working anything out. I mean, it's dead, isn't it? It's got 1 wound left, so it dies horribly. Dave, I don't think he would have got any fury for that because... Which skill is it? Adrenaline rush. For every 2 wounds you cause while attacking, gain a fury. So the maximum you could do was 1.
Yep.
So that is that. I guess he's at maximum stamina, so there's not much point in spending any fury to regen that. So I think he's done. My go, I'll end up generate. Well, actually, it's not my go now, is it? Because we can go in any order we like now, Vicky.
Yep.
Because we're out of combat. There is a portal in this room. I don't think we did it. I don't know if you guys remember. Environment card. In this room, there is a circle on the floor surrounded by mysterious runes, all painted in blood. You've discovered a shaman's portal. So to enter the portal, end your movement phase anywhere in this map tile and then roll 1d6 to resolve the effects. 1 to 2 is not great. 3+ is excellent. Do you want to do it or do you want me to do it?
What was 5 to 6?
There isn't one, it's just 3+, you get a rare loot card. 1 to 2, you suffer 1d3 wounds and become prone. So it messes up movement.
I'll go for it for rare loot.
Do we need any rare loot if we're not going to be playing the game again?
Well, fair point.
It's true, but it'd be nice to see what's left in the rare loot deck. I mean, Jack's already had his go. Dave can't do it either. He's had his go, so it's really just you and me, Vicky.
Well, I can't get through. You're the closest, Liam, so you might as well.
It's in the room. It's in the room we're in, but you have to end your movement in the room, so it just means we can't move very far.
Well, if I step one closer to the doorway, then.
Okay.
I don't mind doing it.
So you roll a d6. Just don't roll a 1 or a 2.
I rolled a 3.
It's all good. So you find yourself in a room you do not recognise and find the shaman's possessions. You grab onto whatever may be useful before making your way back, gain a rare loot card. We also need to do the rewards for the bad guys we just nailed, or rather Jack just nailed. Yeah. So I'll do that first. So there were 5 lurkers. They were 9 souls each.
45, yeah.
And there were 4 scorn hunters. And they were 10 souls each.
So 45, so 85 altogether.
And a 4-way split.
2 with 15 and 2 of us with 14.
Well, I'll take 15, as can Dave.
25 and 24. So that's right.
85 divided by 4.
Yeah.
3 get 20, 1 gets 21.
Oh.
No, sorry, tell a lie. 3 gets 21, 1 gets 22.
Yeah, Jack's right.
Okay, Dave and I can take 21 then.
I'll take 21, Vicky can have 22.
So Dave and I are both on 168 souls, I think.
Yep, correct.
Jack.
Not man.
Hang on. Doing it sheet.
Jack, you're on 167, I think.
I will be on 167. Vicky will be on 168.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
And what was the reward for killing them before we do the shaman's portal thing? Was a loot card. So we have blessed water. That's actually really good. Who fancies some blessed water?
What is it?
Blessed water. It's a consumable.
I don't think I've got any space.
It's
No,
a
I've
throwable.
not got any space.
I can
Hopefully.
take one more. Dave can take one more.
Thematically, it would make sense for you to have it.
Yeah, go on then. Preacher takes blessed water. I mean, obviously it was just cheap bottled water until I touched it.
Quite right too.
And then
Let's see.
Vicky went through the portal, didn't she?
And got the rare card.
Yeah.
So the good stuff, what we really care about. Ooh, a portable ballista.
Damn it. Right, well, Liam, time for you to upgrade your crossbow, mate.
I can't carry it. It's weight 2.
If you've got something you're not carrying, I've got space to take some weight off you. So,
It's pretty mean, isn't it? Ranged crossbow, heavy, made of wood. 4+ strength, which I do have. Cannot attack if you have moved. I mean, can Vicky use this? Range 20. It's 2 hands, unfortunately.
I'm only 2 strength.
Oh, okay. You're doing 2d6 plus 4 damage.
Yes.
But actually, to be fair, my crossbow...
but it's not just that, Liam. It's the fact that when you hit something with it, the bolt goes straight through and out the back.
It does, yeah. I mean, it spears its way through, doesn't it? But the thing is, there's never going to be an opportunity to do that because we have you.
Yeah, it's the.
Although, to be fair, I might take the majority out, but Dave usually gets the killing blow.
It is the problem there that until we if we hadn't upgraded the carnal bow, I'd have been very tempted with that crossbow.
Yeah, but your
Yeah,
carnal bow is just disgusting now.
Yeah. Love all the exploding arrows.
Me too.
I mean, it's cool. I mean, it's worth taking. It's 40 points. So just can Dave carry it maybe?
He probably has. Bear with me.
He's-
Dave sat on 13 weight currently,
Out of.
so he can certainly take 17.
Should we give it to Dave for a minute then?
Have we not got a pack mule with us? Not Dave, before anyone says that.
Yeah.
I don't think the mounts can follow you down into the dungeon. I might be wrong actually. I just assumed they stayed outside the dungeon. I actually don't know, to be fair.
Just the rules on that card, Liam, quickly. Is it goes through on death or just goes through?
If you kill your target, deal another free attack to the enemy behind it. Trace an imaginary line from your location until it touches a wall or a door. Each square intersects will affect characters on those squares. So, I mean, it's pretty... No, it's an amazing weapon. We just have fantastic weapons now.
Yeah, particularly with the upgrading we've done.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you still move, Liam?
Sorry, Vicky?
Can you still move? You still got your movement to go?
Yes, there you are correct. So I will generate 3 faith. So I'm maxed out on faith now.
You remembered.
I finally remembered. I'd quite like to rest in my movement phase to recover my last point of stamina, which I'll do, and then I will move 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 gets me the other side of the doorway. So I haven't really pulled ahead too far. Or would you rather, do I chip off that point of stamina and run to one of the doors and open it? I suppose it keeps us moving.
Yeah, that might be a good shout. We go to the east.
Okay, so I'll lose that point of stamina. So I didn't rest, I moved, and then in my attack phase I run. So 1, 2, I'm going the wrong way, we're going east. 1, 2, 3, open the door. Okay, I'm going to move the camera a bit.
That's west. Man, that's west.
You're right, I'm just having a mad moment.
You got it right the first time.
It's the COVIDs. It's the COVIDs. Let's put that back. Okay, so that door's down. Darkness roll time, is it? I think. Who's rolling darkness these days?
I will. I've no idea.
Is it not the spinner still, or did the spinner get sacked off?
Well, we were on a 1 for the last go round, so I'm going to assume whoever it was got sacked.
That was probably me.
Stick it on the spinner.
Probably fair.
Gonna go for the spinner. I quite like the spinner. Okay, so let's set that going. And it always seems to land on the line. I should call the spinner John McEnroe. Oh, fuck's sake, it's a 1. The spinner is sacked.
Then it moves on to me.
God.
Are we on a grey though?
No, we're moving on to a red. We have to do the special rule for this quest as well, so I'll read that out. Because we're fighting the ancient one, who's down in the dungeons. He kind of attacks you if you roll a 1. So during the darkness phase, if a 1 is rolled, each accursed must take a -1 test. If the accursed fails, they suffer 1 insanity.
Oh, that time. Just so you know, I rolled monsters.
You rolled monsters. Boo. Okay. My mind is 3, so I'm going to chuck 3 dice. I need a 6. Good. You're good?
Rolled monsters.
I failed, so I suffer a point of insanity.
I failed horribly, but now it is time for the Helm of Nightmare. 3, so if I remember right, I'm okay.
Helm of Nightmares is so good.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Dave gets 2 dice, so I'm going to roll for Dave. And he's failed as well, so Dave's now up to 2 insanity. We could do with our faceless ones on this card draw. So, encounter.
Faceless ones.
It's not, but it's still pretty good. It's 4 Grim Cultists and 4 Deviants, and also we're currently split up. So it's going to take me a moment just to set that up. I'm just going to put some stuff back in the box. We can ponder how we're going to get out of this.
With a combination of magic and a large hammer.
Did I say 4 Grim Cultists?
You do 4 and 4.
So, 4 of these. Remember, the Grim Cultists are humans, so we won't get our weapon buffs in all likelihood.
Okay, time for the witchy special then.
And 4 Deviants. The Deviants are going to be particularly hard. Right, I'm just finding their cards. So the Grim Cultists have stackable stats. So each one I mark with an asterisk increases by 1 for each subsequent cultist. So they are endurance 9, that won't change. They are 2 attacks, hitting on a 3+. One of their perks, by the way, is -1 to hit them. And they can move through block squares as well. So we won't necessarily be able to hold them back. Damage is 8, but that's an asterisk. So that's going to be a lot higher.
Yeah.
And they have initiative 6. And they've got movement of 5. And life is 16, but it's another asterisk value. So that's the cultists.
Go before I do.
They do. That they do. So the deviants are really nice too. What are they? They're normally endurance 8, but one of their perks gives them 3 +3, so they're 11 endurance. They got 2 attacks, hitting on a 3+. One of their perks gives them an extra attack, so actually they have 3 attacks. Their strength 8. They are initiative 6, movement 4, and they got 27 life. That's pretty good.
What are their mind points?
So mind points of a deviant is 2, so I'll put this in this box here. And the cultists have a mind points of 5, but it's an asterisk value, so that's going to be really high at the moment.
Okay.
So those asterisk values basically have +3 on them at the minute.
I was just wondering if it's worth screaming siren them, because I can do that time medal to start with. I can obviously only get the ones that end up in the same room as me, or would it be worth imbuing Jack with pain?
Well, let's just see where they're going to end up.
But let's see. Liam's right. Let's see where they all are.
Yeah.
The Grim Cultists are on -1 to hit. Actually, all these are really nasty. So they're all ambushing us, so we're all going to have to take a cultist. This is actually not very nice. We might actually get challenged on this one. And we're all going to have to take a deviant.
There's 4 of each then.
Yeah, well, no, in fact, they're 5. Yeah, there are 4. Yeah, 4 apiece.
That's fine. That actually works quite well for Screaming Siren, because all but 2 of them are in the same room as me. It's just, I'm not entirely sure I'm going to be able to hit the Grim Cultist, but I think it might be worth a try.
Okay, how's the camera looking? Just bring it up a bit. A bit better. Okay. Right, so that's it. Bit of a mess.
Oh, I'm not going to do that now.
Jack, you're up first.
Do you want me to Screaming Siren then? I can time medal and do that.
If you do, then I'm going to be able to make some things explode.
But I've got to hit 11 on 4 dice. So
How much sauce do you get on a 1, Vicky? Because you've got a special skill, haven't you?
yeah, I still get 6.
I
get my normal sauce.
If you do Screaming Siren, do you still have a chance to do many other spells like Goreport and Manipulation, stuff like that?
It leaves me 2, but if I'm not going to do Screaming Siren, I'll imbue Jack with Pain, and that'll still only leave me with 2.
I'll be better off with Screaming Siren, softening them up, to be honest, mate.
Yeah,
I'm not
fair enough.
the-
Yeah,
Okay.
how much damage does Screaming Siren do? Is it pretty nasty?
It does. Every enemy within the map tile I'm currently in suffers 1d6 wounds for every 2 source dice used. So I'm rolling 4 dice, so it'll give me 2d6 wounds. And I roll once for all, so whatever I roll on the damage applies to all of them.
Okay.
But I do have to mitigate.
1 point for every mind.
Yeah, and they're wounds, not damage.
So it won't really affect the cultists, but it will affect the deviants.
Usually, but I should be able to.
Because the cultists currently have a mind value of 8.
Yeah, so I probably won't get through them unless I roll really well on my damage dice, but it softens them up a little bit, the others. Because they're on 27, so for Jack to stand a chance of hitting them.
Yeah. I mean, the way these, what are these doing? I mean, the deviants are doing more attacks. The cultists are doing 1 less attack, but they pack a much higher punch. Because they're doing, they've got plus 11, I think.
And what's their initiative?
Their initiative 6. And what's their attack? Their attack is, well, slash is 2d6. 2d6 plus 11. So that's pretty nasty. Whereas the deviants are going to be doing
What initiative are the deviants?
6. The deviants will be doing 2d6 plus 8.
Well, both Dave and Jack get to go before they do. So let's do Screaming Siren and see where we're at.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go.
289. I can't not hit now. Okay. So I pulled it off. Let's see what my damage is. 9 for damage.
That's pretty good.
So all the deviants, because their mind is 2, will take 7 wounds.
So they're all on 20 health.
Apart from the one by Liam.
Apart from the 1 point.
Okay. Well, I won't
cultists
mark.
Take 1 wound.
So was it 7 damage they took, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to use a couple of black dice, which I'm just going to put next to the map tile, just to note they're 7 down. And the cultists took 1, was it?
Yeah, well, you said their mind was 8.
5, 6, 7, 8. It's currently 8, yeah.
So yeah, they all take 1 wound.
Okay.
That's good.
I'll put a little red. I'll put 2 black dice and a red dice next to that map tile, just as modifiers.
And I can still technically imbue Jack with 2 pain, which might be worth doing.
Yeah.
I'll keep it there in case you need to gore yourself out the room and away from attacks.
Okay, I'll do that.
That's true. Yeah, because you could actually goreport when they go to actually hit you, can't you?
Yep.
Yeah, place. No, I have to do it before or after an attack phase. So I either have to go beforehand or I have to see the attack out before I can goreport out.
Well, that's less useful because if you goreport out first, it means that Jack has to suffer more hits. And in a way, we kind of want to spread the load because Jack is our main bread and butter, isn't he, when it comes to dealing death?
Well, let's not worry about that yet, and let's see how many of these things that Dave and Jack can take out between them.
Okay, were you going to imbue him with pain then? Give him +2. Every little helps, as Tesco said.
He's fine for now.
Okay, doke. Over to you, Jack.
Right, well, first things first, let's unleash the snake. So, pick any one of the deviants you fancy.
Well, should we go for the one to the right of you, which can hit Vicky?
Yep, go with that. I have hit with a mighty 11. So,
Is that the
it's done
deviant?
fuck all.
Oh, that was.
That's a pity.
Yeah.
Never mind. That was a free attack from the snake. Let's stick an arrow on that same one.
Are you arrow storming or just?
I'm not arrow storm.
Oh.
Just normal arrow straight on him. So I'm going to have to get them 3. Irrelevant.
6.
Yeah.
You critted it.
So.
That's what we need.
And those are demons, aren't they?
They are demons, so yes, you'll get all your buffs.
Okay, so that is 18, 28.
Take
Take
11.
11, 17.
And it's already carrying 7.
Well, it's on health 20, so it's got 3 remaining.
Okay.
I'm going to shoot it a second time.
I'll just put a little 3 next to it for a minute.
It's a hit. So, plus it's 29 more wounds.
Well, that will
Dead.
kill it.
Free
So
arrow.
you'll get a carnal bow free arrow out of that.
Cool. Now, do I want to carry on with the deviants, or shall I soften up some of the cultists?
Well, those deviants have 3 attacks. They're pretty hard. They're going to just erode your stamina.
Fine. That's the point, actually. I need to put my stamina back up to 3. Yeah.
Do you want to go for the one to the left of you?
Yep, certainly can do.
I don't think you can see the one next to me. Love it if you could, but I have a feeling the corner will get in the way.
I also don't mean to be mean, but I think we've got the bulk of the forces around us, haven't we? And you've got a shitload of armour.
I have. If any one of those rolls 6s, I am knackered.
We hit.
9 plus the... Yeah. 9, and so it's hit. Gun 19, 8 more wounds.
Okay, that's decent.
Well, that was the 3 arrow.
Yep, so arrow number 3.
Arrow number 3, I shall shoot the same one. It's barely. Yeah, it's 11. Well, 10 wounds on top of that.
So you got 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 18, and then you got another 7, which Vicky did earlier.
Oh right, okay. So he's got 2 left.
What a pain.
Fuck it, mate. Well,
You're gonna go for him again. Finish him off.
may as well.
Yeah. So he's got 2 left.
Hit. 18, 7 wounds.
He's dead, so you got 3 arrow.
Okay, 3
Yeah.
arrow
Deviant.
and I think I've got.
It's the hardest hitting. Dave will annihilate the others.
Yeah, fair enough. Onto the deviant. Crit.
Well, before you do,
Too late.
well,
Already has.
I was just going to say Dave will get 2 attacks, probably 3. He's got a good chance of killing those before they go. So you better off putting it on a cultist next to Vicky.
Can do, but regardless, the attack roll was a crit.
I would say, because we didn't have a chance to really talk that through, but does it make more sense to have stuck it on the cultist?
I'm happy with either, to be
Well,
honest.
Because
Where
Dave's hitting on a 2
Dave's
plus.
Can I move Dave 2 spaces and he'll be able to hit all 3 of them? Or can he leap in and get all 3 of them?
Oh, you could do actually. Yeah, it's a good shout.
That's a better shout.
Yeah.
I reckon Jack should get rid of that deviant and Dave leap in to hit all the cultists because
Okay.
their endurance is much lower.
Yeah. Okay. So leave the crit on the cultist at the bottom.
I'm better
Yeah.
off. Well, point, their endurance is relevant, Dave. He would have been better off with deviants,
Yeah, it's a good shout.
but never mind. Doesn't matter. We'll stick it on the deviant for the time being.
Yeah.
So, That's 28 damage, so 17 wounds. It's on 3 remaining.
17 plus 7.
You take their 7 off 27.
Yeah, no, I got it.
20, yeah. It's got 3 left.
Yeah.
So, how many wounds did you stick on it for the purposes of the dice?
Right, well, I did crit, which is 18 plus my 10 extra on there is 28, minus his endurance of 11, so 17.
Plus the 7 I'd already done.
Okay,
It's on
I'm just going to
24.
mark 17 because we've then got the bonus at the side there, so I don't get confused on the dice.
He's the only deviant left, so it's 24 in total for him. You can get rid of the bonus dice.
Oh, that's a good point. Which was the black ones, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Sorry, what was it in total? 24?
Yeah.
Okay. So 24 dice for that deviant. Just try and slot it in behind the camera. Okay. So you done, Jack, or have you got any more tricks left?
That's me done. I don't have any of the consumables. From what I can see, you've got all the oil flasks.
I got an oil flask.
Yeah, I've got a lot of consumables and I'm kind of in the wrong position.
Yeah, just before we go into the next fight, I would like to nick an oil flask off someone because
Okay, fine.
I'm the best person to carry one.
Yeah, well, yeah. Okay.
Right, Dave.
Dave? So where's Dave leaping to then? So he's going to use leap. Is he going to look to try and take out 3 grim cultists, or is he... Because it almost seems a waste, Dave, hitting that last deviant.
I'd agree, particularly as the more of those cultists he take out, the less damage they're going to do to anyone that they hit.
Yeah.
Okay, well, he does have to spend a stamina, though, to do this. So,
Oh, drop him to 5. How will he cope?
okay, so Dave spends a stamina just knocking it off. So he goes down to 5. So leap. At the start of your movement phase, you may spend 1 stamina to leap instead of moving. He gets +1 damage from this, from the actual leap, but he also has, what was it called? Smash, was it? Smash. After you land, the next attack you perform causes additional damage equal to the number of squares you move during leap. He's only moved 2, so he gets +2, +1. So he's on +3 on whatever you do.
But, and how many of the things can he hit from where he is?
Well, he can hit 3 grim cultists from where he is right now.
Perfect.
Do you want to start with the one next to you, Vicky?
Yep.
Hitting on or let me just check their perks. Okay, so the grim cultists are between worlds. They can move through box squares. All attacks against them suffer -1 to hit. So Dave would normally hit on a 3, 2 for the death maul, and you're back up to 3 because they're -1 to hit.
I rolled a 5. So I hit the first one.
It's a moot point.
So you'll be doing 2d6 damage plus 7.
Oh, which one am I hitting?
The one next to you, Vicky. Put the pencil there.
So 9 plus 7.
16 wounds.
16 wounds.
That's good. And ordinarily they have 16 life, but because of Soul Pact, that's currently increased by 4.
He's got 2 health left.
Yes. No, because we haven't killed any, is he? He's currently on 19. So we've got 3.
But I've done 1 damage to them all in the room already.
Oh, right, you are. Yeah. So he has got 2 left. So as annoying as it is, Dave's going to hit him again?
Yeah, I guess so. I critted it. It's dead.
Okay. This is not the carnal bow, so Dave doesn't get ridiculous number of extra shots or attacks.
So, third one?
Right, to do a third attack though, he has to spend Fury. Just trying to find out what that is. So Rampage, once per turn you may spend 4 fury points to deal 1 extra melee. So we're going to do that.
Yeah.
So he goes... Oh, you would have maxed out your fury killing that guy, so you would have gone to 18, less the 4 you're spending now drops you back to 14.
Well, I hit the next one, but only rolled 5.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's still 11 wounds.
Yeah, because he's got the death maul, hasn't he? So he ignores endurance.
Which plus his strength of 7.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? So, sorry, was that 11 wounds, did you say?
Hang on, if you rolled 5,
Yeah.
7 is 12, so he's on a total of 13.
Okay, well, I'll mark him as 12 because we've got the red dice there at the moment. So, was that the one next to Jack?
Might as well be.
Liam, put those dice at 13 and move the red dice next to the one that's not been hit at all. At least then they're each marked officially then.
So 13. Okie doke. So, I mean, it's good. But we are going to still take a lot of hits, especially me. I'm going to get smacked around a lot.
Well, I can use manipulate to move whichever one moves towards us before it attacks away by 2.
That's fine.
So I will mitigate one of these things that are left from our end.
Okay, that's useful. It's my go next, I think.
Yeah, you do.
I need to pull a rabbit out of the hat somehow. Initiative 7. Oh crap. What are we going to do?
Well, the cultist is only 18 health, whereas the deviant's 27 health.
Yeah. Just looking at my miracles, see if there's a really good one here. So I've got like an area attack, that's not really going to help me much. I've got a railgun. Again, doesn't really help me because they're not stacked up in a line, there's not instant killers. Forbidden Word is quite good, but don't need life at the moment.
Might do in a minute.
Yeah, probably. If only I had time meddling.
So,
Actually, Forbidden Word's really good. A demon in line of sight will suffer 1d6 plus 7 charisma wounds. My charisma is 6. No, is it 6 or 7? It's 6. So 6 plus 1d6 wounds, that's really good.
You've got the faith to use, you might as well do that and then attack it.
Yeah, that only works on demons though, so it wouldn't work on the cultist jobby.
No, but it would soften up the demon, which is actually probably going to do more damage than the other one.
Just that the deviants have really, really high... The deviants are a pain because they have such high endurance. I'll struggle to get through it. I've got a much better chance. And mind you, I don't get all the d6 bonuses, do I, against the cultist because he's human. Okay, bugger it. Let's go for the deviant then. So I'm going to start off with blessed attacks, which is going to give me an extra attack, and my first attack will hit on a +1. So that's going to cost me 3 faith. I'm not moving, so I'll get stamina back, so that's useful. So first dice is a 4.
Liam, were you doing that miracle to try and damage it?
I'm going to do it in a minute. I'm going to see what my attacks look like first of all. Because I can use faith with my faith hammer to pile on more damage.
Okay.
I've got... Does that hit? That does hit, so that hits. So I then do 2d6 damage because it's a demon. That's cool, that's 10.
nice.
+2 for the faith hammer anyway, so currently on 12. plus my strength of 4, so that's currently 16. I could spend a faith point to add another 3, which probably makes sense.
I'll put you on 19. Take away the 11 endurance. That'll have done 8 wounds.
Let's go for that then. That's a pretty good start.
Yep.
Next attack won't have the +1 bonus. Because I've done a miracle, I've got a skill that gives me an extra attack as well, so I've effectively gone up to 5 attacks. So second attack on the same target is a hit, it's a 5. Damage. Oh, it's only 7. Plus my strength of 4, so that's 11. Plus 2 for the Hammer of Justice, so 13. I could spend a faith point to add on another 3.
Worth doing.
Let's do that then. Is that 16?
5 wounds.
Check I've got that right. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay.
5 wounds.
Now, so I don't screw myself up, to do Forbidden Word, I need 5 faith left. So I currently have 6 faith. So third attack hits a roll of 4, so that's going to be a hit as well, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rolling for damage. Oh, double 6.
Awesome.
Nice.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Do I do +3? Makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
19, 20, 21.
Another 10 wounds.
Beautiful.
So he's now on 23. So 27. Let's see what the remaining attacks do. So fourth attack. Oh, it's a crit.
It's dead.
It
Yeah,
is.
that's back for you.
Oh,
That's without spending your faith.
okay. So he's dead, which generates 2 faith for me when I kill a demon.
Yeah.
So that was attack 4, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I've got 1 attack left for what it's worth on the Grim Cultist. They're -1 to hit. I rolled a 1, so it's completely screwed that up. And none of my miracles will work against him anyway because he's not a demon. But I feel better about that. So that's me done, I think.
So they get to go next because I'm last.
Do you want to roll for behaviour, Jack?
Oh, I suppose I'd better.
For the cultists.
Who?
2 for the cultists.
Okay, let's swap that out for a 1. Let's see what they're doing. So the Grim Cultists, each cultist without a target moves towards the most wounded accursed and targets them. Each attacks their target with Slash. Slash does 2d6 damage, and what does it say? I don't quite understand this. It says 2d6 damage, and then in bold after it, it says roll 2d6 for damage. So I'm not quite sure what that's there for. Maybe it's something to do with critical hits.
We didn't get it last time either. We just rolled 2d6 for damage.
Okay. So they do 2d6 damage, but they are adding on their strength, which is 8 with +2 at the moment. So they're currently 2d6 plus 10. So who wants to get hit first? So 3+ to hit, and they get 2 attacks.
What stood next to me?
You're okay, Vicky, but both Dave and Jack do have one next to them.
I can take
Have I
it.
got the deviant next to me?
No, he's dead. The only thing you got next to you is your wolf
Okay.
and,
What I'm
and
getting
Dave's ass.
what I'm getting is I can move a creature 2 away from somebody when they try to attack.
Well, you can mitigate one of the attacks then. So, I mean, one of them's going to hit Jack. So
I can mitigate both because obviously they've done their movement phase already.
they
So
move. You can't stop both of them from hitting. Only one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Which one shall I move?
Well,
Or is it
what's your armor like, Jack? These days, it's pretty good, isn't it?
It actually got better when I reread some of my rules. My snake is now giving me 2 armor.
Oh, really?
It is. Level 6, it moved up to 2 armor rather than +1.
Nice. We need
So
to.
it should. You got the front screen here. I can move myself around.
My other option is rather than moving one of the cultists, I move the deviant away once the deviant moves him.
All I can say is my armor's decent, but not quite as hefty as Dave's ability to evade everything.
Okay.
So he can evade 22 damage.
And also, if they roll a 6, if they crit Jack's armor will count for nothing. I mean, I don't know. It's a tricky one. I don't think there's a silver bullet for this. I mean, the cultists are going to pack more of a punch, but the deviant will have more attacks.
Well, I would honestly say let the cultist attempt to attack Dave because he can evade 22 damage.
Yeah, let's start there.
And he's got a shitload of stamina. The concern about it is not really valid. He's got 5 stamina carrying on. He can generate 2 stamina back next turn.
Yeah, actually, he could tumble all the attacks from the deviant, couldn't he?
If he needed to, he could do.
Yeah, but he only needs to tumble the first one.
Yeah.
The deviant won't keep following it.
Okay, well, first one against Jack then. So the one fighting Jack will have done its movement phase. Do you then want to time medal Vicky and move it back?
It can move back too, like just
Okay.
1 and a 2.
Well, I'll push it into the corner. So it then moves into its attack phase and is no longer in range because of Vicky. The other Grim Cultist stays put in its movement phase. It then slashes at Dave. So I'm going to roll the dice. So it hits on a 3+. So it's rolled a 1 on the first one. And the second one is rolled a 3. Now that will hit. What do you guys want to do?
So it's 2d6 plus 10, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's Dave's armour and evasion?
22, so it can't scratch you.
I would just evade it.
Okay, so he's going to spend a point of stamina. So he goes down to 4 stamina now. The damage 17. And
Yeah, he's avoided that.
So his evasion has wiped that out. Okay. Then
That's the one on you.
It's the one
Which
on
number
me.
do you help?
There's not a lot I can do about this. So rolling to hit me. It's a 5. I'm just gonna stand there and try and tank this damage, I think.
You're not evading it. What's your armour?
Ooh, let's have a look. My armour is 13.
So if he gets double 6, you're still taking 9 wounds.
No, that's true. But then I also have a... okay, well let's jack a stamina in. So my mitigation now is 17.
Yeah.
So 6, 7, 8, 9 plus 10, did we say?
Yeah.
So it's a 19.
Good job you evaded.
Yeah, I'll take 2 wounds. And then second attack is a 1. That's fortunate. So he screwed that up. And then The deviant. Jack, do you want to do behaviour for the deviant?
Great. The deviant has got a 4.
Okay. Behaviour 4. So they are. What are they doing? Each deviant without a target moves towards nearest Accursed and targets them. Each attacks their target with assault, and their assault has been buffed up with their perks. It's now 2d6 damage plus 8 in their case. I'll move it forwards. It has a choice of attacking Dave or Jack.
Well, again, for the sake of damage, Dave's the better bet, but one's already attempted attacking him, so it's going to be on me for the sake of balance. Bring it on.
Well, one did try to attack you. I just moved it out the way.
It didn't actually get a chance to attack though, Vicky. It never had its attack phase. You moved it before it got to its attack phase.
Just stick it on me, it's fine.
Right, rolling to hit is a 3+. It's a 6.
You
Tumble!
I could do with a tumbleweed graphic, couldn't I? That I just roll across the screen.
Which is exactly what I'm going to be doing.
Are you tumbling north next to Vicky or into the corner?
I think north next to Vicky's the best bet, isn't it?
So it has 2 attacks left now. So it has to fight Dave. So it's hit Dave with a 4+.
So, evade, taking him down to a stamina of 3.
Okay, marking that off. Damage is 2d6 plus 8, did I say? 6 plus 8.
Yeah, can't touch him.
And then the last attack, I've rolled it off screen, but it has hit, it's a 4.
Evade again,
Evade.
taking him down to 2. But Dave can go back up to 4 next turn anyway, so it's not an issue.
It can also spend Fury to recover stamina.
That's what I mean.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were talking about standing still. 10, so that was 18, so...
So, you can touch him.
Yeah,
No.
he's good.
Bloody hell, he's 22 damage mitigation when he evades.
Yep. That's why I was saying it's better off aiming at Dave. He has a max stamina of 6. He can claim 2 back per turn by not moving and using Fury, and you just can't scratch him.
No, he's just like a Hulk now, isn't he?
Meh.
Yeah. So he only really gets ruined by things like the Bithins, which are doing 3d6 damage. Well, that
Yeah.
ruins all
Even
of
then,
it.
it's going to be fine. It's sanity damage. Realistically, he's a better tank than you are because of the amount of stamina he's got.
Bastard.
Not up until now.
He's stolen my mantle.
My go.
Yes, Vicky, you get a go at last.
Well, I've got no magic left, so shall I just try and throw a javelin at...
Range makes no odds for you.
No, it doesn't. Are any of them damaged?
Where the cultist is, because you screaming sirened it.
Yeah.
Well, one also very south, carrying
What's the
13
deviant
west.
got on it?
Oh no, actually, tell a lie. Deviant's got a buttload of dice on it. It's currently got 24. So there's only 2 away from dying.
3 away, but okay, I'll try and hit the deviant. Have I got any negative factors on my hitting tactic?
No, it's the Grim Cultists have -1 to hit them.
Well, I missed both attacks, so we're good to move on.
You haven't had much luck with your javelin as of late.
No, am I rolling darkness?
You are?
I rolled a 1.
Oh, fuck's sake. Fortunately, it moves on to a grey. However, we do have the Ancient One's mind jobby again.
2, 6. I passed with 3 6s.
Cool. I'm going to roll my mind a 3. I've passed with 2 6s.
Yay!
Nephilim has a mind of 2 and has failed. So Dave is now up to insanity 3.
Jack failed, and I think the helm didn't do its job.
So the helm decided to misfire.
What?
So
I rolled a 1.
What? The helm never misfires.
what did Dave get?
Dave took a point of insanity as well. He's up to 3 out of 7, so we do need to keep an eye on that now.
Nope.
He is starting to go a bit crazy.
Sure we do.
Okay, so Jack.
Okay, let's shoot some shit, shall we?
Just quickly,
Mm.
did you roll the behaviour for one of four?
Yes, I did one, then I did the other.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, sorry, I moved the... What I tend to do with the red dice now is use it for the current monster's behaviour. And as soon as we go to another monster, I tend to shift it onto that monster card.
That's fine. It just confused me. But that doesn't take much.
It's teleported. Jack.
Okay. Well, I'm going to claim back a stamina by not moving anywhere first up.
Do you want me to imbue you?
Well,
You're
actually,
not
the
worth it,
question
is it?
there is, can I see the ones up by you, Liam?
No, it's only one there.
No, I think the angle's too acute. Unless you move, obviously, because you could move and then go. If you move north 3 squares, you'd see everything. In fact, you could move north 2 squares and see everything.
Move north how many squares and see everything?
I can
2.
move you.
2. Yeah, you can move to 2, then that'll do it.
Yes, you can move too.
So
Right,
you've
lovely.
been manipulated by Vicky, 2 squares.
Yep.
I think your snake is in range of everything.
Right, well, take your pick. Shall I send the snake?
Send the
snake
snakes one
north?
by Liam, because the other two are at least wounded.
Okay, Liam, prepare to meet the trouser snake.
Maximum penetration, please.
It wasn't maximum penetration, but oh dear.
Did it bounce
12.
off? Did it bounce off the rim?
Well,
That's the cultist, isn't it?
I don't know. Liam?
It's a cultist. It's got an endurance of 9.
Okay, well, he's just taken 3 wounds.
Did you hit it, by the way? They're on -1 to hit.
Yeah, with my snake, I still certainly hit him on a 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, how many wounds did you say?
3.
Well, that's cool because I'll get 5 attacks against it as well, hopefully.
Well, in that case, I shall shoot south for the time being. See if I can spare an arrow for you later. There is a wounded one in the corner, isn't there?
The wounded one, well, the deviant's almost dead. You've got a wounded grim cultist next to Dave, and the one in the corner is wounded by 13.
So go for the most wounded thing
It's
first,
the deviant, yeah.
which is a deviant, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll give you a free arrow.
Correct?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, where's dead? So you got a free arrow out of its corpse.
You only have to do 3 wounds, so.
No, he's definitely dead then. So,
One
what
in
should
the
we
corner?
send that into?
I can move
In
the
the
other
corner?
way. Yeah.
Bottom left
Yep.
cultist.
Yep, it's a hit. Sorry, I need 2. Works. 15 damage.
Take.
Okay, 6 wounds.
Okay.
I think you've done it. It's already on 13.
That goes up to
That's
4.
one dead.
So what's it on at the moment? It's on 18 at the moment. 5, what have you done? 5 to 15. 6,
Yeah.
yeah, you have killed it. Yeah.
Another free arrow.
Okay, so the arrow should continue.
The one by
bomb
Dave.
away
By Dave?
by Dave.
Yeah.
Right. And what's that? A cultist or a deep?
It's a cultist.
Missed. So, actual arrow number 2.
Yep.
Is he on -1 to hit?
He is, yes.
Fuck it, missed.
Did you get your stamina back, by the way, Jack?
I did take a stamina back. Arrow number 3 is a hit. 14.
Take 9.
Shitty roll. 5 wounds.
How many
Okay.
wounds have you already taken?
It's
One.
taken 1 from your screaming siren.
Yeah.
So, on 6, he's got 10 life remaining. Right, last arrow. Fly true,
11
little
life
friend.
remaining. Got 11 life remaining.
Oh, yeah, got 1 extra. Fly true, little friend. Yeah, I think he did.
Is that a crit?
Yeah, so that's 22.
Yeah, oh, he's gone.
Cool.
By the way, I'm officially a moron because I was carrying my sacred censer, which would have put those chumps at the top on -1 to hit me.
2, take
Typical.
9. 3. Yeah, dead.
So, 3 arrow.
It can't see the
There's
other one.
nothing else in the room, is there?
No,
No.
it won't have line of sight or anything.
Okay, well, in that
Can Dave
case...
come running round the corner and smash it?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't reach it with movement. I mean, technically, he could leap.
It's not worth it for the stamina. Be better off just to let you hit it. If he was to rest, get his stamina back, and
Well, if you move him up 5 and then rest for the extra stamina,
you'll have to rest then move.
Yeah.
well, whichever way round.
Yeah.
Yeah, do that.
I mean, I would hope to kill him off.
You should do. He's only on 16, and Jack has hit it once.
Yeah, he's on 13 now, so I'd be disappointed if I didn't. Okay, so Dave is resting to get his stamina back, and then he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's right next to me. Just going to increase Dave's stamina. Are we going to use some of Dave's fury to get his stamina back as well?
Yeah, I think so.
I'd say so, you may as well.
So what is that? I think that's on his base card. He
3
can
Fury will get 1 back.
That's right. So his 14 drops to 11. And he goes up to stamina 4. And then it'll be my go. And then I'm going to use blessed attacks. Well, I would have got a 3 faith. And then I'm going to spend that 3 faith to do blessed attacks, which gives me an extra attack on +1 to hit. So I'm going to be on a straight 3 to hit. Oh, it's kind of cocked. Let's see if I can rest the dice on it. No, I'm going to have to roll it again. Looks like a 5, but let's roll it again. And they've cocked it again. I'm going to just move the door now. And it's hit. It's hit on a 5. Damage is lousy. Double 1.
Oh,
Crap. I'm not even sure that's worth adding up. What was that? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's garbage. Okay, so attack number 2.
Are you including your +1 from the sensor?
I've currently got the sacred sensor where they have -1 to hit me.
Yeah.
So second attack did hit. Damage is still lousy. It's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I could do +3 on that. I'll do that. I'll spend a faith. So it's 14 damage minus the endurance of 9. Stick a 5 on it.
How much health has it got left?
5. It's taken 8. 8 out of 16.
And how many attacks have you got left?
I got 3 left.
Okay, because the option you've got is I can gore port myself, using 2 faith and then attempt to imbue you with pain with 2.
That would be quite useful.
I can't guarantee I'll pull off the imbuing with pain though, or even the gore port using only 2, but we'll give it a go.
Still be very useful, and also it puts you in javelin range then.
Okay, so gore port. So, let's see if I roll hit to start with. I don't hit to start with, so working out the rules is irrelevant.
Okay.
I still can't see you though, can I?
You can't see me at the moment.
Okay.
So attack number, is it 3? I think.
Yeah.
Attack number 3. Well, I rolled a 3, but with the -1, it won't hit, unfortunately. So attack number 4.
I thought you were rolling straight.
That was for the first one, because the first one had blessed attacks. Blessed attacks gives me a +1 to hit. I rolled a 3 again, so I won't hit it because of its -1 to hit. And the last attack, I rolled a 5. I need some high damage on this. Oh, it's 5 again. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I could put +3 on it, but I don't think it's worth it, is it?
That puts you on 14, take 9. So I give it another 5 damage.
I'll tell you what, I'll do it because you might be able to finish it off, Vicky, because there's only going to have 3 life left.
Yeah.
There's nothing else I can do unless I waste a consumable, and I just don't think it's worth it. Just looking at my miracles, they're kind of all geared towards taking down demons. Yeah, I could easily knacker it if it was a demon, but it's not a demon. Yeah, well, this guy just likes killing demons, that's about it. He's not bothered about the living. So, Jack, do you want to roll for its behaviour?
Okie dokie. That's a 3.
Okay. Each cultist without a target moves towards the nearest Accursed and targets them with slash. Slash is 2d6 plus 8 in his case. So is he going to have a slash at me or Dave?
Dave.
Slashing at Dave on a 3+. He's hit. Is Dave evading?
What did it roll?
A 5.
Oh, right, never mind.
Do you want to spend a stamina for Dave to evade?
I would say so.
Yeah.
Okay, in which case, I don't think he can hurt it, but it's got 9 plus 8.
Yeah,
he's fine.
And then the second attack, because it's got 2, has missed. Vicky.
Okay, well, move me up. I can move 4.
So let's go 1, 2, 3. Do you want to go next to Dave?
Yeah, why not?
You've got a line of sight of your javelin.
Cool. I'm within 4 away, aren't I?
Yeah.
So I might try Sphere of Hate. Okay, so I pulled it off. So it says cast a globe of dark energy against a character up to 4 squares away. This deals 1d6 damage for each source dice used. So I get to roll 2 dice and hope I roll high. No, that fails. But it was worth a try.
Yeah.
Okay, now for my first javelin shot. Needing, am I -1 to hit?
You are -1 to hit, annoyingly.
Means me to roll a 5.
That's what screwed me over.
That's crit.
Nice. It's a demon, isn't it?
Yeah.
So 2d6 plus.
No.
No, it's not a demon, it's a human.
Okay, so 1d6 plus 2 plus your perception, which you up.
Oh, I've buggered up. On all my damage rolls, I was rolling 2d6. That would have never have happened. I would have been on 1d6. So in reality,
Should we lose moves on this one and just start again?
To be fair, I don't think I would have really scratched it. So I don't think there would have been any point in spending my 2 faith points, and I think it should just have all life back that I would have dealt to it, because I wouldn't have been able to do anything.
That's what I'm saying. Just take all the health off of this one.
Yeah, so what did he have before I started? I did 2 5s, didn't I? So I'll take those away, and I'll give myself 2 faith back.
I'd stuck 4 on it from the snake.
Oh, did you stick 4 on it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just put that black dice on the 4 then.
Might have been 3.
Are you sure it wasn't 3? Because I don't remember changing the black dice.
It might well have been 3.
Well, let's go with 3 anyway for the mistake. So.
Okay, and then back to you, Vicky. Sorry, but it is 1 dice.
So it's 1d6 plus 2, so that's 8.
Plus your
Which
perception. You get your perception as well.
Oh yeah. Which is 4 now? No?
Your perception?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so.
Plus 4, 12. So I think I've done 3 wounds to it. Jack's just double checking my perception value.
The perception. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've done 3 wounds to it.
Cool.
And I get a second javelin hit, don't I? Or did I miss the first one? No?
So you do get a second javelin hit.
Did I miss the first one? That's my
I
question.
don't think you did. I don't recall you shouting out miss.
I rolled a 4, which means I miss.
Okay, yeah, because they've got the -1 to hit, which is a real pain. And again, I forgot to do the -1 to hit when it hit Dave. Probably wouldn't have hit Dave, actually, to be fair.
Oh well, he's used to stamina now.
Yeah, it's what it is. Got to remember that. Okay, so darkness roll. Who is it? Jack now, isn't it?
Jack's go.
Oh, they do it on the wheel, but okay, I'll do it.
No, Will and Vicky got sacked off.
You got 4.
Nice. And then it is actually Jack's go.
Oh, cool. Well, I shall stay stock still. Get my stamina up to a mighty 3.
Where are you stood?
Stuck the door.
I don't think you can see it.
Can I not?
No, because it's around the corner.
No, you can actually, Jack. You're just on the edge. It's a straight 45 degree.
Cool.
You can go through the diagonals of every square and get it.
Lovely.
Oh, is the cultist then the top corner? He is, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
Or the bottom one.
We're going to send in the snake first. Yeah, so snake has crit.
Snake crit.
So that's 18 damage, 2 poison. So, what's that, 9 wounds?
9 wounds, plus my 6.
Oh, he's dead.
No, he's
got 1 left, doesn't he? Yeah. Okay, well, I'm not going to mark it up because your first arrow is probably going to nail him to the wall.
Liam, no, it does actually hit because he just got 9 wounds and there's 6 on it already.
Excellent.
Oh, yeah, he's dead, isn't it? Okay.
No,
He's
because
not.
his health 16. 9 plus 6 is 50. I've got a very tired Vicky.
So I was right. I was doubting myself. Okay, would you not chuck your arrow at it?
I shall. Bit disappointed that I didn't manage to trouser snake him to death. Arrow 1 has hit. That is allowing for the -1 to hit before I get off.
Yeah.
Fuck it, stop rolling 3 dice, it's 2 dice. It's those 2 are hurting this one, so I remember.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah.
Well and truly dead.
Just looking at my stamina track, I'm down a point of stamina, but that shouldn't be the case, surely, because I've moved for a while.
Let's just go with it because you're not going to move this turn anyway.
I just don't think I claimed stamina back last turn for not moving, so I'm going to flip that.
You're not moving this turn anyway.
No, because the door's already open, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, in that case, maybe I'll take my stamina down and I'll now move myself north. You take me
Standard
north
formation?
by 3 and then east by 1
Okay.
Yeah.
Next to Vicky.
after attacking now. I'll just put my stamina back to 2.
Okay, and I'll might as well move Dave so he's adjacent to me, but I can do that in his second go, so he rests and then moves, so he gets his stamina back.
Then it's darkness roll.
Does Dave want to spend 3 fury to get another stamina back?
I'd say so.
Yeah, do it.
So 11 goes down to 8, I think. What else? We need to work out the souls and stuff for that lot.
And then you loot.
And the loot as well. So deviants, they're 9 souls each, and there was 4 of those.
Yeah,
We
so
just-
9 each.
yeah.
And how many were the cultists worth? Because it's just, we get 1 each from, each attacker.
And we get 11 souls each for the cultists.
20 souls each.
Yeah. Simple enough.
Makes it nice and easy.
188.
I'm on 188. Dave's on 188, I think.
Everyone's on 188 apart from me. I'm on 187.
Oh, and loot.
I'm just updating the spreadsheet first. Okay, done. So what do they give us? They give us, yeah, it's just a standard loot card. So it's actually pretty good. It's a trapped demon soul, which is a consumable. Your next attack will not miss even on a 1.
What was that you just said?
It's a trapped demon soul.
Is that the crit or can't miss?
That's the can't miss.
Okay, well, I will take that for the second, and then I will swap it with Vicky for an oil flask.
Yeah. I could
Okay.
have done last turn really, because he was stood beside me. I could have given that to
Yeah, so we'll
the oil
just do it
flask
that
to
way.
Jack anyway. So if Jack has the oil flask and I have the
Demon soul
demon soul,
means that you're not going to miss with your javelin unless you roll a 1,
yeah,
which for your crack hitting, not a bad bet.
rolled a crit. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so Vicky's got trapped demon soul.
Yep.
And Jack's got an oil flask.
Yeah.
I've got you maxed out though, Jack. So are you dropping the spider urn or something?
I thought you had me drop that a while ago, mate, in order to take the fatigue potion.
We picked one up in this dungeon actually earlier in the last session.
In that case, yeah, the spider urn can bugger off. Nothing lives long enough for poison to count much.
Was anyone else able to carry it though?
Let's have a look. Dave could carry it. So, okay, I'll give it to Dave for a moment. I just need to juggle some cards around, otherwise it all goes to pot. Okay, so that's done. Right, so did we roll the darkness or did we not get that far?
We didn't get that far.
Jack?
He'll be back in 2 seconds. He's rescuing me from a cobweb that I've seen.
Has the cobweb got anything in it?
Not sure.
So,
Has the cobweb got anything in it?
no. The short answer is it doesn't.
General darkness quickly.
Yeah.
Maybe it had a
Scroll.
crawler in it.
3.
The 3.
Got to rescue my big brave woman from an empty cobweb.
You have to be careful when you use the word big and the context it's used in. I've learnt this lesson myself. Okay, so exploration is an objective card, so we've now got 2 objectives.
Hey.
I think we need to get all. I think we need all of them, don't we?
I thought there was.
One of your hairs.
Just checking the rules here. Ba, 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 ba. Yeah, the moment you acquire the 4th objective card, that's when you reveal the sanctuary. So, next one is a long corridor to absolutely nowhere. That's kind of annoying. And it's going to move on to red as well, which means there's going to be an event or monsters in here.
Yeah, I can roll for that. I keep rolling monsters.
Yeah, let's try and have an event, please.
5. An event.
That's cool. So we might as well just chip this room off, hadn't we?
Yeah, literally. I reckon we then head back north and try those cards because there's space to put them out.
Okay. So.
Liam, sorry, subject. Have I played Arkham Horror with you before?
You have, but not. But it's probably a long, long time ago.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Not the card game though. You played the board game with me.
Right, with you. Yeah.
I've played board games with you.
I mean, I would have suggested the board game for Jack, but it's been out of print for so long now, and just trying to get hold of a copy is really difficult. And the copies that are knocking around aren't usually in very good condition, and they cost you an arm and a leg. I've been trying to get the Dunwich Horror expansion for it now for the last, I don't know, 6 years, and I just can't find a copy that is A, in decent condition, and B, won't cost me a kidney.
Yeah.
You see, the trick is to sell somebody else's.
Yeah, whenever Emma asks what you want for your birthday, say,
Okay, so let's get some doors out the way. Too many doors. So we got 3 on darkness, was it?
yeah, I take it we don't see what the event is as we're not in the room.
No, as long as we stay out of that room, it won't get triggered.
Cool.
With me.
So
Right, well,
we can move in any order.
I reckon Dave can go first and open the door.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. He's got plenty to get up there. I might as well leg it as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Where do you guys want to go?
Standard formation.
So
Can you just move me directly north 5? I know that puts me down by 1, but it gives me a chance to get stamina back.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah. Vicky, do you want to go adjacent to Jack, or do you want to leave a gap between me and you?
Yeah, I'll go behind you, Liam. And
So-
I'll imbue.
Are you going tight behind me, or do you want to leave a space?
move by 8, we will put so
Well, I don't need any stamina back. That makes no odds.
run then.
Did.
Move 8.
Move me forward one, Liam.
Okay, are you happy with the space between you and Dave?
I was going to say move me forward, so I'm literally behind you.
Okay. I suppose there's still tumbling options there, because we got a space between you and Jack if we need it.
Yeah.
Happy with
And
that?
then I'm going to imbue somebody with pain.
I'll take it.
I'll imbue Jack with pain. Got 4 pain.
Okay. Oh, I've just killed the droid cam.
Darkness roll, maestro.
Okay.
4.
Good stuff. Just chucking everything all over the place now. Vicky, you've got your wolf back. Jack, you've got your snake. Okay, so exploration is a dweller's room, and it's going to move on to red on the darkness wheel. So do you guys want to roll for what type of encounter it is?
6.
It's an event.
Nice, so we're actually picking up some speed at last. Been wading through treacle at the moment.
Well, we've always got Tuesday.
This is true.
Tuesday. I think Dave is looking forward to joining us.
Well, hopefully he can. Barring any power cuts.
Yeah. Or birthday dinners that
Birthday dinners.
are unknown about.
Unexpected dinner dates.
Right, we've then got an environment card. So, chandelier room. I think you know the drill with this one, don't you?
Yeah, it drops a chandelier if we hit the wall, I think.
We're not supposed to look at the event yet, because we're not in the room.
This is the environment card. So there's a rusty old iron chandelier hangs in the middle of the room, dangling dangerously. During the attack phase, any accursed adjacent to a wall within this map tile may spend 1 melee attack to release the chandelier chain. Take a strength 1 test. The result will damage all characters within a 2x2 area in the centre of this room, instructed below. Pass 3d6 damage, fail 2d6 damage. So that's actually not bad.
Yep, does mean that someone can channel their inner Diari.
There's a chest. No, we've already had one possessed chest. And there is an event card, which I'll just go and grab.
You know, we've got big loot. We really look for a possessed chest.
Yeah.
What a maniac, huh?
Yeah.
What's the deal then? What's going on?
Well, we might as well run forward and open the door. I'm going to open the chest as well.
Are you going to do that first in case it is possessed?
I could, but I can't get through you.
You could gorport. Well, actually, you can go through on the diagonal just below me, Vicky. Or you could gorport.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, that puts me just in front of the door, doesn't it?
Yeah. So let's do that then. So
Imbue.
1, 2, 3, 4 gets you. Do you want to go directly in front of the door, or do you want to tuck yourself in the bottom left corner?
Bottom left corner, and I'll imbue Dave with pain, which I've done.
Okay, so are you then searching?
Yeah.
It's a loot you have found. These are quite cool. Dragon paws. So medium armour, leather and iron, weigh 1. When you equip them, they go on your arms. You get +2 evasion. When dealing unarmed attacks, you'll cause +1d6 damage and not suffer the -1 penalty to hit. So, what have you got in your arms at the moment, Vicky?
Armbands, which are +2 evasion, and they're light armour and leather.
So, this won't actually gain you anything. In fact, it's medium armour, so it'll be a drain on your source generation.
Yeah.
I've only got basic armbands on. Dave has got an angelic bangle. That's not much spot.
He won't want to lose that.
I'm guessing you've got plate on yours somewhere.
Well, I'm carrying a set item at the moment, so if I drop the gladiator manica, it just destroys my set. So, as you know,
Get Jack then.
I'll take it just for the sake of it.
Give it to Jack.
It doesn't make any difference to my stats, but it sounds cooler than having armbands on.
It said something about a -1 to hit, didn't it?
That's unarmed attacks.
On what?
You don't suffer the -1 hit for an unarmed attack. It's going to have no relevance to me, but they sound better than armbands.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. So you've got some dragon paws.
Dragon Paws. Was that the
Dragon
paws?
paws.
PAWS.
PAWS. Yeah. They look cool as well, to be fair. I mean, it's a nice looking, pretty card. Your armbands, which I think have a sale value of fuck all. Oh no, they sell for 26. What are you going to do? You're going to hold them or drop them?
Might as well hold them. You
And
can drop them later.
And what was the additional damage you go for unarmed attacks? +1 or +1 DC?
Plus 1d6, I think it was. Okay, just updating the sheet. Okay, well that's alright. Better than a poke in the eye.
Right, you guys all going to run in then and open the door?
Yeah. I don't need any stamina. Dave may need a stamina. Need to check what he's up to. What is he on?
You can still do that.
Yeah, Dave could do with a stamina, so Dave could rest and then move 5.
Yeah. Jack could do the same.
Jack, where do you want to be placed in the room?
Let me see.
I'd go straight behind Liam.
Yeah, to be honest, I'll go just behind you, mate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, what time are we playing till tonight? What's the time? Didn't play till 10?
I'm happy to carry on until.
Yeah,
anything else is
we're
done.
keep going. Stay till 10, we'll see where we're at.
Okay. Right, okay, so darkness roll.
Yep.
This is a 5.
Oh, we get full stamina for that.
Yes, you do, because you're funky skill. I thought I had to go to work tomorrow, and then I realised it's actually technically Boxing Day.
Not in retail, it's not. It's a normal day.
No, retail it sucks. I go in on the 29th and 30th, which is not too bad, I suppose. There's a long corridor which takes us red again, but actually this one has 3 exits.
Lovely.
Oh no, hang on. Oh, place 1 exit, but it can go in 3 different places. I read that a bit wrong.
I'm going to roll to see if this monsters are an event.
Over to you
Right.
guys.
That's another 6.
That's
Nice.
another event. Oh,
We've made a mistake here actually. We should have resolved the current event before doing this.
no, we shouldn't.
We should have, because the event phase become. Oh no, sorry, it's exploration then events, isn't
We
it?
need to resolve it now before
Yeah.
we start moving into the other room. Once we've uncovered this room.
Okay, so get another event card. I quite like event card. I mean, I know there are some disgusting ones, but at least there's a bit of a 50-50 on them. Sometimes you get some quite nice ones. Okay, so we've done exploration, the event phase. What do we have?
Yeah.
We have a trap door. A trapdoor suddenly a trapdoor opens beneath your feet. You begin to fall through towards the pit below. One random accursed within this map tile must take a perception 1 test.
Excuse me.
I'm going to use the spinner.
I'll be number 1.
Okay. Jack's 2, I'll be 3, and Dave's 4. Off we go. What's it going to be? Oh, shit.
What's your perception, Liam?
My perception is a paltry 3, and it is a perception 1 test. I'm falling. So that bit I said about I like event cards, I will be editing that out. 1, 1 and a 2. Awesome. So failure. You fall into the hole. Suffer a number of damage points equal to your total weight of the items on you plus 1d6.
Oh, God, that sucks.
That sucks big time. Well, I'm pretty heavy. I weigh 14 plus 1d6 damage.
You can't use stamina or anything with that, can you?
No,
I rolled a 1, fortunately.
So you couldn't kill yourself, which is lucky, but...
What's your health?
22.
Do I get to use my armour on that?
No, because that's part of the weight that's damaging you.
Fair point. Fair point. So I've taken 15 wounds. Just like that, I take 15 wounds. That goes up. Sorry?
These events are good, aren't they?
No, they're shit. My health is 22. I've just cratered. And I'm prone as well. That's awesome.
Time to do a miracle, methinks.
Yeah, we can go in any order, can't we? So let's try your miracle first.
Well, I can't be thy will be done because that's done against a demon. And so actually is forbidden word. So the healing spells I have actually require me targeting a demon in order to generate life.
Okay. Right, hang on.
Right.
I'll go first. You're
Well,
within 4.
Can I suggest we use the darkness wheel because we're about to lap the wheel, so we're going to get 1 back anyway, and it's currently on 5.
Fair point.
Yeah, go for it.
So if I spend a flask, I'm going to get 5 life back off of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Vicky, fancy sacrificing yourself?
I did, and you get 4 health back.
Thank you very much. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm currently on 8 wounds, which is better than 17 or whatever I had.
Yep.
I'm also going to attempt to imbue Jack with pain, which is successful. I am then going to attempt to warport myself.
What, down the hole with me?
Yeah. Well, I've got 3 magic left, so...
I would have had the chance to run, so I'm actually going to go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Where are you?
I'm just a part way up the corridor at the moment.
So if Dave was to actually go next and open the door,
Yeah.
then let's see how far I can move before I goreport myself, because I might be able to move you further forward.
Okay. Well, I'll move Dave then. So Dave goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, and then opens the door.
And he's full stamina, isn't he?
I think he was.
Yeah. So how far can I get?
You can go 1, 2, 3, 4, puts you in the doorway.
Yeah, and
And
again?
running again, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can get right behind Dave.
If I step 1 back from Dave,
Mm-hmm.
I'll use 2 magic to try and move you forward too. which is successful.
Thank you very much. And then Jack, where do you want to move to?
Well, again, if I go
Next
straight forward 5, that'll get me onto full stamina. It puts me just one behind Vicky. I think.
You're side by side with Vicky as it happens.
In which case, stick me there, and I'm ready to unleash hell if need be.
Right,
Okay.
darkness roll first.
Just
No
move
hell
the
releasing just
camera.
yet, please.
5.
Awesome, I get 4 magics again.
So it's going well.
Sorry, what was that? Darkness was 5, was it?
Yeah.
Excellent. So we've gone round the circle, the wheel once now, so we get our flask back that we just expired.
So we need to do exploration, then we need to do event.
Yeah. So what we got? We've got an objective card. That's cool. Oh, and we got another objective card, which means we immediately get the sanctuary.
No, that's only number 3.
No, we've already got 2 more down here. One down here,
yeah.
one down there. It's kind of annoying in a way because I'm going into this boss battle with 8 wounds.
But I should be able to give you 4 back again in a minute.
Okay, I think it probably is a demon, so I can probably heal off of it. We're also going to be going into this battle off the back of an event card.
So we're not doing exploration effectively, are we?
No, so as soon as you reveal the 4th one, what happens? The moment you acquire the 4th objective card, place the sanctuary connected to the explored archway and read the below. So I'm just going to get the sanctuary card.
We're still going to have to do that event though in a second.
Yeah. I can't remember which map tile the sanctuary is. Oh, okay, it's the one with the idol in it. Well, it's possible then we might actually finish this quest tonight.
Yeah.
That's worked out quite well. Especially on the layout of the dungeon as well.
Yes.
Okay, so that's the map tile. Just going to read how you set this thing up. So within the Sanctuary quest room, the ancient nightmare is spawned, a horrific creature with an impossible number of eyes and tentacles. The ancient nightmare is located upon the 2x2 squares shown by the large statue. So plonk him down. Get his card out. He's got 4 tentacles. I've only got minis for 3, so I'll use red dice for the 4th one.
What minis are you using?
I've got some tentacle minis where this red dice is on the feed.
Yeah.
I'll use the red dice as the 4th one. So refer to the card on this page. So I've got the updated rules. For each accursed within the dungeon, spawn 1 tentacle. So we've got 4. On the single squares that show the smaller statues. That's quite cool. So each of these 4 statues has a tentacle on it. I'm going to put a red dice on the 4th one for the minute. Killing the ancient nightmare in the 2x2 squares will cause all remaining tentacles to die immediately. To complete this quest, defeat the ancient nightmare. So the ancient nightmare stats, which I'm going to scribble down, he's pretty good. So he is level 8.
He goes before everybody but Jack.
Level 8.
Level 8. He has an endurance of 9. Attacks, he's got 3 that hit on a 3+. Damage is 8. I've just realised I've picked out one of the old cards here, which is a bit silly of me. So health is 155.
Doable.
What else do you want to know? His mind is
And
8. His mind is 8.
It's not worth screaming siren.
No. He's got, he gets all the perks. So what has he got? Critical hits from lashing attack cannot be evaded. Regrowth, killing a tentacle no longer causes wounds to the nightmare. Scream, Call of Agorus causes 2 insanity. So I'm going to put his card here. It's one of the old cards, so it doesn't have the bit along the bottom. I picked out the wrong one. So, can he attack with the... I'm just reading so he's got special rules. Each tentacle has its own endurance and health value equal to half the nightmare's endurance and health. Round up. Killing a tentacle also causes 5 wounds to the nightmare's main body, which it doesn't now because of one of the perks it's got. I can't see any point in attacking the tentacles.
No, I think I'm just going to... Well, I'm going to drop an arrow storm on no one but the big dude, which I can.
I suppose the purpose of the tentacles is you couldn't normally get past them, could you? Because you couldn't run down that room to the ancient nightmare at the end, because they would threaten you.
Yep.
Which is great, but because we have a leaping Dave and a sadistic shooter.
Even I could get myself past that without being in threat. I could also get you past, Liam.
I would also say, Liam, that you're carrying a crossbow and Vicky has a javelin, so we can all just sit back and shoot shit.
I've got spells that can take both me and Liam past it. No,
yeah.
Really.
No, still doing more damage using a crossbow than with them.
Okay, well I vote that. Oh, we need to do the event first.
We do need to do the event. I'm just going to try and get a better shot of this on the camera, so bear with me whilst I just fiddle with that. Because I doubt we're going to move forwards a lot, so I'm just trying to get everything in. So the camera doesn't want to stand up.
You done to the tripod?
Tripod's gone a bit limp.
No, it's getting cold.
No, I think what the problem is, I've got too many cards knocking around, so it's just not gripping on them. So let's try this out. I will get there. That's pretty close. Okay. Right, I'm done with the camera. Well, I was until I knocked it over again. Yeah, it's about as ropey as a Michael Bay film. There we go, that should get the lot in. Right, so, yeah, you're right, Vicky. Event phase. What nasties have we got?
Some of them are quite good, you know.
Yeah, I used to think that. Yeah, this isn't one of them. So, possessed room. The reality governing the walls and the floor in this room appears to fracture. Faces and arms appear screaming and reaching out to you in a nightmare of flesh and stone. Place this event card next to the map tile. It remains in effect until the end of the dungeon. An Accursed starting their turn within this map tile may either make a movement or attack phase, but not both.
That's fine.
Yeah, that works for Jack.
After placing this event card, roll 1d6. On a roll of 4+, draw an encounter card for this map tile and spawn it as ambushing.
What?
So after placing this event card, roll 1d6. On a 4+, draw an encounter card for this map tile and spawn it as ambushing monsters.
How much do you love me?
Jack rolled a 2.
You rolled a 2. Thank you, Jack.
Yeah,
There
it's
you
a 2.
go.
That is a fucking awful card.
Fortunately, we're not going to have to worry about that because I don't need to move. If you use your crossbow, you don't need to move. Vicky using the javelin doesn't need to move and can move Dave into the doorway using mind magic.
Well, the doorway still counts as that room.
It can count as either room.
Yes, yeah, it can be either.
Jump.
Yeah.
So, not going to cause us a problem.
Okay, well, we got off lightly there because that could have been far, far worse. We also have, I think it's got some crazy rules which I may have missed. So just so you know, it's got one of its attacks is Call of Organisers magic. Roll a number of d6 equal to its own mind value, which was 8. For every 5 or 6 scored, it caused 1 insanity. It now causes 2 insanity because of its perk. An Accursed may avoid 1 insanity for each 6 scored by rolling a d6 for each of their mind points. So that could cause us a lot of trouble if it pulls off that attack.
What did you say its initiative was?
Its initiative is 3.
Okay, so we all go before it. So let's just
Kill it.
kill it.
I didn't write that down, did I? Because it's an old card, so I've just penned that down. Jack, you're up.
Can I have some pain, please?
Right, I'm going to imbue Jack with pain. Not with that score enough. That's a bit better roll. Yes, 4.
Right, I'm going to drop an arrow storm on the ancient bastard.
And it will only hit the thing at the end.
Yep. I'm also going to offer up a prayer of apology to my ancient Lord and Saviour.
Shall we just call it Cthulhu? Because, you know.
Cthulhu fighting.
Okay.
Let's call it Cthulhu and we're done. Right, go on in. Are you arrow storming, Jack?
Yeah.
I am, so...
Well, no,
And
actually,
also
tell you what.
arrow
If you arrow storm, surely you're then forced to hit the tentacles, are you? Or
No, because it's a 4x4 square and he's hitting the back of the room.
ah, okay, cunning. Nice.
So, Dark Cthulhu for target. I potentially lost by
And
shouting.
in English that's said.
Right. First arrow. Miss.
Oh.
Second arrow. Miss.
Oh.
Third arrow. Hit. 7. 21, so 12 wounds. Next arrow. Crit. 18 plus 14, 32. Minus 9, 23.
23 wounds.
Plus how many did I do before?
Wow.
Liam, if you can just jot down what we do each turn and then we'll add it all up at the end.
Yeah, I am counting them as I go, by the way. So 23 you've just done, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry, I'm keeping the track of this.
Arrow number.
4.
Missed. Arrow number 5.
Yeah. Popped.
Cocked.
Cock.
Again. Crit.
Another 23 wounds.
Yep.
Arrow number 6.
6. So
Oh, you never used your snake.
can't reach it.
Oh, okay.
But I've reached 10 points.
True.
It seems ironic sending Trouser Snake against a tentacle.
You could poke one of its many eyes out.
You've only got one eye. Oh, the tentacle. It's a hit. Yes, I was being smutty for the sake of it. Dead eyes being rolled at me. 8.
I'm sure there's a GIF for that. Let me find one.
22 minus 9, 13 more wounds.
13 more wounds. Okay.
Sorry. Gone under the counter.
It's
a hit.
24, 13. Oh, sorry.
15.
Wrong. 15 more wounds.
Okay.
That's it.
Let me just move the dice. So, are you done or are you still going?
We're done.
We're done.
Okay. Let me just transfer all these dice over without throwing them all over the place.
I make it 86. What do you make it, Liam?
A lot. Let me just sort these out. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 85 and a 1, 86.
Yeah.
Okay, so a little over halfway done.
That's pretty awesome. Are we going to commit Dave to a flying leap attack?
I think we are.
Oh yes, we are.
Because this would be quite dramatic.
Oh yes. So
Let him fall back. It just means he has to deal with the tentacles.
the tentacles go when we kill Cthulhu.
Okay, well, so the way this works then, at the start of your movement phase, you may spend 1 stamina. So that drops him down to 5.
No, but there's no point there anyway, unfortunately.
Move a number of squares up to your movement value plus 1d3. So he can move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He needs to move at least 2 squares. So you're going to need a 4 plus, you're going to need a 3 plus for this to work.
Well, I've moved him forward by 2.
Oh, you're doing your manipulation.
You're going to have to, because
Gonna
he can't
have to.
move and attack if he starts in that room.
Oh, I see. Right, okay, because of that annoying event card. In which case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He doesn't need to roll any dice to leap now because he will move 5 squares, which he can do minimum, and he will be right next to the Ancient Nightmare.
Well, Liam,
yeah.
Hold on a second. If we roll the dice anyway to see what he gets, if he can move an extra 2 into the corner, he gets extra damage.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. Gonna roll away then.
We're just aiming to kill the fucker outright, which I think...
What, Dave or the monster?
They're both big, scaly and horrible.
Sorry, Dave.
We are kidding.
You put him in the corner, he's got no tumble space.
Well, no, he doesn't, but we're all going before
No one puts Dave in the corner.
Apart from maybe you, because you're about to, if we roll properly.
Am I rolling this, am I?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, I've got 6. Dave's in the corner.
Which means Dave has moved how many squares? 7 in
7.
total.
6, 7. Yeah. Trying to keep my head out of the feed here. So Dave is right in the corner. You can barely see him on the camera.
Just thinking though, if he'd gone to the other corner, he'd have moved more, wouldn't he?
Not in terms of overall distance, because when
That's fine.
I think you would have been cheesing it there, kind of moving at funny angles mid-flight, just to try and maximise your distance of travelled.
Fair enough. So he's moved a total of 8, yes?
7.
5, he's moved a total of 7.
7. Okay, so he's doing 2d6 plus 14 wounds on the first attack.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, 2d6 plus 15. because he gets +1 for leaping on his first broad leap, and then more for distance.
I'm almost tempted to make a suggestion here in that if Vicky had actually stayed, Vicky started right behind Dave, didn't she, or was there a gap there?
There's a gap.
It's a shame. 'Cause you can't really cheese this, but if you were right next to him, I think you could have given him a consumable. You could have given him that cursed whatever, so he hits on a 1+.
Well, he's still hitting on 2+ against this thing, mate.
I know, but you could roll a 1.
Okay. Jack's rolling.
I'm
First
rolling.
hit. How many hits do you get?
2 standard, 1 using Fury.
Cool.
This one, 2d6 plus 15. How much do you love me?
It's a crit.
It's a crit.
Bloody hell.
So that'd be 27 wounds.
27 wounds. I've run out of dice. Let me use some tokens here. So 5, 5, 5, 5. That's 20. 25, and then clock that up by 2. Okay.
Is that including the one that's over there? Or have you already moved?
I don't know. What one are you talking about there?
You changed one of the dice to 3, and I don't really understand why.
Because it was 27 wounds, so I needed to add a 2 on somewhere.
Okay, yeah.
Because I've done all the rest in multiples of 5, so I just did that 2 knocking around.
So we've hit the second time.
5. 12 more wounds.
12 more wounds.
That's what he's got.
Yeah.
Pluses.
Yeah, because he doesn't get the massive leap bonus now, does he?
We didn't add anything to the hammer, did we? We ran out of money.
No, no, we can't, because we found out that the blacksmith that you can only add one.
Yeah, and he did the +1 to hit, didn't he?
Yeah, and he values that more, but I think so. He guarantees hitting.
There's 12 more wounds.
12 more wounds. Okay, so if I shove 10 on there, and then I'm gonna take this to a 5.
And then we need to spend Fury for a third attack.
We do. I would imagine his Fury's probably maxed out by now because he's just done colossal damage. But then he will lose 4 for doing a third attack.
Yeah.
It's just crit again.
That's just 7, isn't it? I think it's just
19 wounds.
Bloody hell.
Now, I am just going to take it as read that you did equip your crossbow, didn't you, Liam?
Yes, I did, because you asked me to.
Good, because you can't move and attack, so you may as well just stand there and shoot it.
Yeah. I'm going to put these 4 to the side, which are the 4 wounds. What's he on? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 20, 30, 40. He's on 144, I've got him down as.
11 wounds left.
Cool, I reckon we can do that.
Okay, so I get 3 faith back. I have a feeling I didn't take any faith the previous turn.
Probably not. If you've got a miracle that you can use before you start shooting things, that's going to help.
I didn't take my faith the previous turn. I've got shitloads of miracles. I might just put a rail gun into it.
It's only got 11 wounds left.
I'd say use anything. You've got 3 ranged attacks. You're hitting on 3+. If you do a miracle now, you'll hit on 2+ and do some extra damage.
Well, as much as I'd love to do Bolt of Justice, 1d6 plus Charisma wounds, I can do 1d6 plus Charisma wounds with Forbidden Word. It costs me less, and that gives me life back.
Liam, you've got 4 health back.
Oh, thank you very much.
I couldn't do anything else with magic, so.
Vicky, do you not want to keep that for magical stuff?
No, I've got nothing else I can do.
Thank you.
I
I'll take that then.
I can't go port far enough to reach him, and I'm going to be using my javelin anyway.
Okay, well I'm going to utter the forbidden word, which I've not been able to do yet this game. Normally costs 6, but it's now going to cost me... Oh, it's a healing miracle. I do healing miracles for 1 less, and my necklace, if anything costs 4 more, it's 1 less as well. So this is actually going to cost me 4. And I get to do 1d6 plus charisma wounds. So that is... I've just rolled a 6. That's 12 wounds.
Caused or healed?
Caused.
Oh, I thought you said it was a healing miracle.
Well, it does. The number of wounds I cause also equates to the number of wounds I heal.
See.
So Liam's now fully healed and the Cthulhu's
And
dead.
it's dead. I will never forgive you.
It didn't like the forbidden word.
So the tentacles then, I'm guessing, just disappear, but I'm assuming we don't get any souls or anything for them because we didn't kill them.
I don't actually think they're worth anything because it's extensions of its body, but the thing itself is worth 95.
95 it's worth.
Yeah, 4-way split.
Okie dokie. I'll figure that one out. So,
I think 3 of us get 24 and 1 of us gets 23.
I believe you're right. Yeah. 4 and 24, 1 and 23.
Can I take 24? I like that number.
What did the rest of us get? Is it 3 of us get 24?
Yeah,
I'll take 23.
that put me on 212.
24, yeah.
Oh, my maths is back.
Everybody's on 212 apart from me.
What are you on?
Let's.
Which is?
I'll tell you in a minute. Bloody hell. I think I'm on 210.
They're squabbling, I've won.
Yeah, 210.
Okay, what's the story say?
Sorry, what was Jack on soul count wise? I've lost the plot.
210.
210, okay, right. So, I don't know, what does it say? To complete the quest, defeat the ancient nightmare. So the strange beast is finally slain. It melts away like oily paint before your eyes. The walls, the floor, and the mudded colours that cover you do the same. You are standing before the entrance to the temple, apparently having never actually made it inside. You decide it's a good idea to avoid whatever is down there and turn to leave, not quite sure if you're awake or asleep anymore. So, not sure if we actually ever did that, but the reward is each Accursed, and this is very cool, which is why I picked this quest. Each Accursed draws 2 rare loot cards. They must choose one of these rare loot cards to keep and then discard the other.
Cool.
What?
So, start with yourself.
So I'm just going to take all the rare loot cards here. Just move
You've
some.
got to do it at a time, otherwise we're going to get them in the wrong order.
Yeah, I will do. So who wants to pick first?
Yourself.
Me. Okay, so turning over the top 2. So the first one is a Black Knight helmet. And this item is too broken to be of any use. Great. You may give it to the blacksmith and pay 200 crowns to have it fixed. So that's pretty shite. Next one. Bag of crowns. You have gained 1d6 times 50 crowns. Might as well go for that one, haven't we? Because the Black Knight's helmet, the broken one, sells for 30.
Yeah, dead coins.
No brainer.
Okay, so put that red. I'm going to use the spinner. Let's see how many coins we got. So off we go. Be kind.
Yeah.
What was that, a 1? Or was it just frozen?
I think it's a 1. Yeah, it's landed on the sodding 1. What the hell?
But it's still more than what the Black Knights thing would give us.
That's true. Yeah, so I'm on 5, 6, 7. I'm on 376 crowns, which is better than nothing. Okay, so bag of crowns, that's gone. So who's going next?
I will.
Okay, so Vicky, you have a portable guillotine.
Interesting.
4+ strength. It weighs 2. It's two-handed weapon and it does 2d6 plus 1 damage and cleave, but does -1 to hit. Critical hits cause 3 more damage. It sells for 60. So your second one, this is interesting. This is very nice. A ring of clarity. It's silver and it's a gem, so you could actually smith something so it becomes a catalyst weapon. You gain 4+ sanity. It's a ring.
I like it. I'll have that one.
Okay, Vicky has the ring of clarity.
I got to carry anything.
No. Wait.
I would imagine you can carry that, Vicky, because we shed a load of weight when we went to town recently.
How much does it weigh?
Yeah, you can actually put weight 10.
It weighs 1.
So it's the Ring of Clarity, yes?
Yeah. And that does +4 sanity. If
Not
it's...
worrying. I'm going to smith it into something.
Fair enough.
So, but I have to keep my necklace equipped.
But it's a gem. Gems are really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's Vicky sorted out. Jack, do you want to go?
Yeah, go on then.
So, what was the other one? Oh, it was guillotine, wasn't it? So, you have an arcane scroll. You may learn a spell from the Dark Enclave at no cost.
Cool.
It's
I might
interesting.
be taking that and giving it to Vicky.
And the next one is a scaly hide. When equipped, it's a cloak. So when equipped, it gives you +1 armor, +2 resistance to fire, and it's part of a set. If you're also wearing the dragon shield, you gain +2 fire resistance. It's not amazing, but it sells for 85.
I don't think I can realistically use that. I'm tempted to say we take the scroll and give it to Vicky.
The problem with that is I have a spell limit. As much as the spell's going to...
You were at it.
I am, but if I take another skill,
You'll be able to learn more.
I'll be able to learn more.
What's the vote? Take the scroll?
I think the scroll's more likely to get used, and I don't think a difference of, 5, 6, a difference of 35 crowns, I don't suppose we really care at this stage, do we?
No. Okay.
Arcane scroll, learn 1 spell for free.
So now I just need to level up so I can get the one that allows me to take 2 spells above my limit.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah. I'm just adding that to Jack's sheet. Arcane scroll. And we could probably level you up at the next town.
That'd be cool.
I know we're probably going to be retiring these characters, but there's no reason why we can't break them out one day and just have a knock around with them.
Do the town session anyway once we finish this.
Yeah, I'll still do that. So you can finish them off in a healthy state. Right, so Dave, he's going to get, this is quite good. Or is it? Talisman of the Viper. It's made of bone and it's magical. When equipped, it does +3 poison resistance.
Yeah.
It's alright. But it's a ring, and I know he's got a better ring.
Can you smith it into anything?
I don't know what you can do with bone and magical items. It's possible. We'd have to look at the we'll break out the rulebook in a minute and have a look. But he's also got furs. These are actually really good. This is a cloak. Does +3 evasion, but I would imagine that he's already got a cape that does +4 evasion.
He does.
So although it's more thematic, it's not as good as what he's got.
What sells for more?
Well, the furs sell for what, 20? The talisman sells for 60.
Then it's no brainer. Take the talisman and we can figure out what to do with it later.
Okay, so Dave has the talisman of the Viper. Just gonna add that on.
+2 or +3?
+3.
So
Talisman of Viper. Okay, cool. So, you know what? We've actually, it's rather fitting, we've gone through the entire loot deck, the rare loot deck now, bar the 2 additional ones that I printed off from the forums recently.
Cool.
So,
Out of interest, what were they?
well, they are Vassal's Orb, unique magic red jade, 4+ mine required. When equipped, it contains 3 surges at the start of each dungeon. It can be activated by spending a melee attack to generate an explosive concentric flame wave. Every character in line of sight within 6 squares suffers 3d6 fire wounds.
Oof.
Lovely.
That includes your own party, though.
Excluding the wielder. Yeah,
Yeah.
probably would. Yeah. So it's. And the other one is Amulet of Varna. It's a catalyst, unique magic, and it's gold. 6+ mind required. Equipped. During a spell cast, the amulet may absorb any number of source burns. Suffer 1d6 +1 wounds for each one you decide to absorb. That's potentially a lifesaver.
It would mean that Vicky would have the option of throwing all of her dice at a problem.
Yeah, I could throw 12 dice.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So anyway, they're the last 2 which we haven't gone through yet. So if we ever do break out these characters, it's pretty easy to remember which rare loot cards we didn't go through. Right, might as well call it there, haven't we?
Yeah, so we've done everything, haven't we? We've done all the wounds. We didn't get any crowns or anything with that.
No, I picked this one because it was a bit of a loot fest, and I knew we were winding down these characters because they've become so good, frankly. I thought it might be nice to just try and finish off the rest of the rare loot deck.
Yeah, so I'm guessing we appear at a town, or are we having to journey back to a town?
You have to journey back, so I'll do the journey back later. So we could lose a load of money and sanity and all kinds of stuff. And then I'll do the town sequence, and then we can kind of retire these guys as legends, I suppose.
Yeah, I suppose they've earned it.
Yeah, go open a pub somewhere.
They're still not quite figured out why they're accursed.
No, and they'll never know because they never made an Act 2, which is a real shame, because I would imagine they were probably looking at making 4 acts, because this game is, as Jack will know, very much in line with Diablo, and Diablo had acts 1, 2, 3 and 4, or 5 if you include the expansion. So I would imagine they had designs to do quite a lot, but that's probably never going to happen.
Bit of a shame, but
I'm sure we should just have somewhere written on one of their sites, this is why you're accursed.
and say this is Vicky's absolute FOMO coming on.
I need to end the story.
Well, you take it up with Mauro on the forums, just threaten him. He likes pain, so just threaten him with pain.
So little Pinky there, Liam.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the way he is, isn't it?
I'm not sure I'd get away with that.
So are you suggesting that we send off my other half to threaten a slightly twisted Italian fella? What spanking?
I think if he's a sadist, I think you should take Trouser Snake with you.
I'm a wolf.
On that note, I'm going to stop the YouTube recording. Bye, YouTube.
Bye.
Night all.